it kind of starts to detail out what you'll be able to see going forward on my channel, which I think is really important because a lot of you have been asking me, even privately, like what's going to be happening on your channel as far as the Ipsy and BOXYCHARM goes. So this is what they just sent me to tell me what you guys can expect. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a end of month faves and fails. I know I say this all the time, but doesn't time just fly by? I cannot believe we are wrapping up the month of March and going into April. It is Aries season, and for y'all that follow astrology, my husband is an Aries. His birthday is actually on Easter this year. Don't get me started on how this man thinks everyone is now recognizing his birthday as the holiday. Don't get me started. But yes, it is a new month almost. By the time this goes up, it will be a new month. So we've got to talk about some stuff. BOXYCHARM, BOXYLUXE and BOXYCHARM, the last ones. How is the makeup that I got faring? But also, more importantly right now for me, how is the skincare faring? Because I am in this realm right now of I need the canvas of my face to look good to move forward before I can even put on makeup. And I've got a lot of thoughts. I also have some really fun updates for you guys, so I can't wait to jump into this with you. Grab your tea, grab your snack, grab your water, get comfy, and let's dive into an overview of the entire month. Cheers! I also have some really exciting things that are going to be upcoming on my channel. I'm actually talking to some people and some brands behind the scenes. I cannot wait to share with you guys. So as always, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, let the YouTube algorithms that are ever changing know that you like my content. And I've recently been going through a lot of my analytics, and it seems like a lot of my viewers are not subscribed. Click that red subscribe button, and it's kind of like one of those things. It's free for you, and you can always unfollow or unsubscribe down the road if you change your mind, but it's available to you all the time, and a lot of you guys are reoccurring, you're just not subscribed. So please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now, I got a lot of stuff, and I have been telling you guys on Instagram, I got a little crazy. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, be sure to follow me right here, because I went into an overload. Actually, I should probably go to my bathroom and pick up the entire carton of things that I purchased. I bought a whole carton of this lip product because it is only seasonal. I can only get this during a certain window of the year, and once I saw it was available, I bought an entire pack when people usually buy it in onesies and twosies. Hold on, let me go get it. Okay, so who's crazy enough to go on to the Chapstick website? Who's even thought of the Chapstick website? I've never even thought about their website. I've never thought about them really as like a company in a way, which sounds weird. But when I'm in CVS or when I'm in Walgreens or wherever I'm at and I just need to grab a chapstick, you just kind of do it, you know? And y'all know we are a chapstick household. Just in general, any kind of lip products that are good for you. Lip oils, lip butters, all those things. Love them. Adam loves them. But guys, there is one that has had my heart for the past 3 years, I want to say, and I am obsessed with it, but I can only get it in a certain time of year. So now is the time. It's that warm-up season where if you want it, in the stores you might be able to find it. I can't find it yet. So I bought a whole carton of cotton candy chapstick. Yeah, I just said I bought a whole carton, which is 12 of these cotton candy chapsticks. They're my favorite. What is wrong with me? In the winter, I'll be honest. In the winter time, hold on, let me pull it out because I still have one in here. When it's Christmas time and you're getting your whole house and your mindset all for that holly jolly feely time, I do like the candy cane. Candy cane chapstick's pretty legit too. It's definitely top 5 for flavors. Flavors, smells, get the minty flavorness. You know what I'm saying when I say flavor, right? You do. But the one that I love the absolute most is the cotton candy. I have one in my purse and I was down to the last one because I bought like individually, like every time I was at a convenience store and I saw them, I would grab 1 or 2. I was out and I was down to 1 in one of my handbags, and I just took that with me where I perch in the house. And if you guys saw on Instagram, as soon as this showed up, not only did I tell you about it, because I'm not a gatekeeper, I tell you the things I love, even if it's a little random or a little weird. And I literally dispersed these throughout my house in all the areas that I like perch. Like the beauty room had to have one because this is where I start my day every day. But also next to my side of the couch, you know, where, do you guys have your side of the living room? So I put this on my side of the couch, my side of the bed, my office, in the kitchen, in the handbag. I already dispersed 6 of these, and it comes in a pack of 12. I feel like I'm talking way too much about Chapstick, but the cotton candy flavor you can't get all year, and it's legit one of my favorites. I bought the whole carton. There's no shipping on it. I think it was like $24 or something. Worth it for me. So if you are someone who likes something fun like that, I had to tell you right out the gate. I'll stop talking about this now, but I really love it, guys. And that counts as skincare, right? Your lips are skincare. And for me, it works amazingly. I love the scent, I love the smell. But now, I got some high-end skincare recently, and even one I've not told you guys about yet, because the Ipsy merge and BOXYCHARM merge has been such a thing. I've been telling you about it. I've been uploading shorts videos, full videos, giving you more details. You guys have been messaging me on Instagram messages here. Like, you guys are looking for all the details because as we start to get closer to time, we're all confused a little bit. I got a package from them, and it's not the April bags yet because I'm getting Ipsy bags and BOXYCHARMs, but they sent me like an extra thing to kind of like, I don't know, grease the wheels a little bit, warm us up and let us know, hey, we're here. And yes, we know change is coming, but we wanted to like remind you we're here for you. So I got something that's really exciting for me personally. I said in my last video, my Boxy Luxe video, and if you missed that, and I think a lot of you have, I'm gonna link it above. Again, YouTube is being really wild. The algorithms are completely changed because they're pushing everyone to shorts content. I know y'all are like, where are your full-size videos? We want the full-size videos. They're here every Sunday, I promise you. But I told you guys, in that video, we got some Drunk Elephant. And I was so excited because I'm like, I've always wanted to try Drunk Elephant. I have not yet. I'm not gotten to dip my toe into that. And it was a scalp like scrub, so a scalp like benefitter. And I was like, great, I love that. I personally need that. But I've been really wanting to try some skincare. And they just shipped me a twofer, like a little box of some of their skincare and a card. So I wanted to tell you about that kind of right up front. So I'm gonna tell you what the card says first because it's kind of like more of the Ipsy BOXYCHARM like unveiling. So I'll let you know what they said in the card and then I'll tell you what they sent me. This is also continuing with their Gorgeous Together branding, kind of like their new motto as the two boxes have collided and become one. It says the battle of the world's most beloved beauty subscriptions is over. We're bringing the best of both brands together under Ipsy. We all kind of know these things at this point. It kind of starts to detail out what you'll be able to see going forward on my channel, which I think is really important because a lot of you have been asking me even privately, like what's going to be happening on your channel as far as the Ipsy and BOXYCHARM goes. So this is what they just sent me to tell me what you guys can expect. Each month starting in April, I will be receiving the Glam Bag, BOXYCHARM, and the Icon Box quarterly, which used to be the Luxe, if you're confused. To kick off this match made in makeup heaven, we're gifting you an exclusive phone charm and a bonus beauty boost product. So we've been a little confused about all of these extra perks that we're supposed to be getting. This is going to be part of what their beauty boost line has available. And then on the back here, it really delves back into what each one of the boxes is adjusting to and what the expectations are, which I have talked about in my shorts and in long form content videos as well for you already on my channel. Just kind of breaks down the glam bags, the BOXYCHARMs, the icon boxes, what the power picks are, the mega drop shops, the beauty boost. Really quickly, I'm gonna dive into what each one of these power picks, mega drop shops, which we kind of know what that is, and the beauty boosts are because I feel like that's been a little bit more of a gray area. So the power picks are every month members will now get superstar products from beauty's most wanted brands, at least one with glam bag and 2 with BOXYCHARM. They're calling them the power picks. These beauty faves will make the entire monthly subscription worth every penny. Mega drop shops are going to be member exclusive deals that are even better, and now they're offering the mega drop shop quarterly sales where subscribers can snag epic deals up to 80% off. A lot of us are somewhat familiar with the mega drop shop if you were with BOXYCHARM when that was going on. And then the beauty boost, which is what this is kind of like from. Like this is an option that you can pick if you get the beauty boost. The Max Beauty Less Money. Add beauty boost to their Ipsy memberships and your audience will get first dibs on premium bonus full-size product for only $15 a month. Guaranteed savings of 60%. That ships with your box. So let's talk about what this is so you have an idea of what could be in the Beauty Boost. It's Drunk Elephant, and this is a newer brand to BOXYCHARM, which we learned with the last Luxe box, which I was really excited to see. Again, always wanted to try it. So this is the F-Balm Electrolyte Water Facial Mask and Hydrate. This is something that I was curious about, but I love that it came with this little extra, which is the TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum. And when I was reading about this, because I was doing my investigating on, will this break me out? How's this gonna go for my skin? Y'all know I am sensitive. This is a cooling, quenching overnight mask that plumps and restores with an electrolyte cocktail while strengthening the skin's acid mantle. What I was really excited to see was the part where it says when you use them together. They say that you could use 4 to 5 pumps of the F-Balm, which is the big bottle here, but y'all, I'll be honest, I only need 1 pump and it covers my entire face. So this is gonna be a pricey item. Save your money, use less pumps unless you think you need more, which maybe you do. Then it also goes on to say this is great for the last step in your nighttime routine, can be worn as an overnight mask, and I think so far I've been using it, gosh, for a week now, and I think it's done a really good job, but it says you can also layer it. So you put this on top of the TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum for a gentle chemical exfoliation while you sleep. And I was talking to one of y'all who is also like a dermatologist and knows quite a bit about the skin. And you were telling me that like I have some hyperpigmentation up here on my cheeks that I've noticed. And this is like that next step of really helping to like even out the skin tone. And this is working super well for that exfoliating, because that's kind of what I was needing, a gentle exfoliation to really help brighten and maybe like remove some of the roughness from hyperpigmentation, things like that. I'm gonna go ahead and link these below so you can check them out and all of the dirty details yourself, but I've been trying this for a week now since Ipsy BOXYCHARM sent this to me. I don't know what to call them. I'm gonna have to commit to a name, I think, eventually, but I really like this. It has not broken me out. It has been really good for my skin, along with something else that you guys told me was your favorite, because I was like, oh, this is an oil. I don't know if this is gonna work for me. And so many of you in my comments were like, use it. Trust us. Your under eye will be amazing. It has worked so great for me. Y'all were you were influencing me. So I definitely felt like I needed to try this along with something else. And my skin in the mornings looks so brightened. My under eyes look brightened. My face looks brightened. Everything is looking smoother. I have a dark piece of hyperpigmentation that has definitely formed over the past, I don't know, like year or so, and it is lightening up, and it is, I feel like, becoming a less noticeable feature on my face, which is what I'm aiming towards. So I'm loving this right now, and thank you to Ipsy BOXYCHARM for sending this to me, along with letting us know what we can expect on my channel going forward. So loving that right now. Been trying it for about a week with you guys. You told me this was so good, and I trust you so much that I just immediately go, oh, my friends told me that's great, so this is what I'm trying now. I had something else for under eyes that you guys know is my ride or die. It's the Mud Masky, like the vitamin E, like so good for the under eyes, love it. But this has replaced that for me right now. This is the Better Skin Co. Eye Bright Now Anti-Puff Anti-Dark Circle, and this is like an oil. You literally need 1 drop. Like, you could do 2, 1 for each eye, but you don't need much, and I've been using this so much, I think you guys can see. This was full to the top. It's down to here right now, because ever since you guys told me about it, I have needed this. I've needed this in my life, and it has brightened the under eyes. It has brightened the hyperpigmentation, which you guys said it would. This is my new holy grail. It's my new, like, every morning and every evening I use this religiously. This is my new religion. Every morning, every night. Even when I'm like, I am too tired, I have to wash my face all the way in the bathroom over there, come up here to the other part of the house, I'm like, I'm gonna do it, just because this is so good. But I also start my mornings with this every day. I see the brightness, I see the evening out. So now that I'm adding in these other pieces to help like exfoliate it, but gently, I'm hoping all of the texture is gonna be going down soon too. So really excited about this new combination for my skin, and really setting up my face to be the canvas for quality makeup. You know what I mean? You kind of have to start with that good base layer before you add on. Otherwise, you're just kind of getting more rough and textured. And you guys know I will break out like crazy, because there are some things that I have been trying that have been breaking me out. So I need to be more cautious, and this is working fabulously. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. Now, there are some things I'm going to be telling you about that I am not loving, and that's a struggle because I always take it upon myself to be like, I could be the problem, right? But I'm still investigating some pieces, but other stuff I'm like, this just is not my jam. So right now, some of the skincare I need to use a lighter hand with. So I'm kind of hesitant to say some of the skincare that's not working for me or breaking me out a lot. But I really want to love some things that we also got from Boxy, like the Herbivore Cloud Jelly. This is something a lot of you guys were like, Herbivore is an amazing brand. Yes, girl. Well, your girl has the too much gene. And I found myself kind of breaking out all over my face. This is a plumping hydration serum. I have oily skin. I should know better to kind of like pull back, only use a little bit. Also, don't introduce a new piece while you're doing other new things. So I'm kind of starting with the base that works, and I'm going to come back to this Herbivore Cloud Jelly to give you a more investigative review once I kind of balance things back out again, get some breakouts away. So this is something that, it didn't break me out too bad. Oh, but there was something else that broke me out really bad. Should I tell you? I mean, you guys, some of you guys have very similar skin to me, so let me go get it. So to be clear, I'm not talking smack about this product because this brand is like top tier brand. But vitamin C can either do one or two things for me. If I do too much, my whole face becomes like cyst-like acne and I break out. And then I'll try some products that have vitamin C in it and it's like brighter, clean, fresh skin that makes me look more youthful and put together and like I have my life in order. I mean, I need those days way more often. I love this product, but I have to use such a minimal amount, and if I do just a touch too much, the cysts start forming on my face. So I have a love-hate relationship at this moment with this product, but I think for the similar reasons like the Herbivore Cloud Jelly, I have to be really specific. Like some vitamin C's my skin drinks up. Some of it, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have a fit. This is the coveted Ola Hendrickson brand. This is their C Rush Brightening Gel Cream. It's 3 sources of vitamin C and rows of winter extract. It's like this really yummy, smells so good. Not a jelly, but kind of close. So I don't know if that could be the issue, is that these are both kind of jelly-like products, but it's a very thick formula. I tend to use this only in the evenings, and the way I have transitioned to using this is in the evenings, specifically on foreheads and maybe across the nose T area, but that's as far as I can go with this. If I put this on the cheeks, the chin, or if I do it a little too thick up in the hairline area, girl, I'm still recovering. Like over here is a huge cyst acne that finally is going down. I don't know if you can see it with makeup on. She was unhappy. She was having a full moment. So I was transitioning this to the back of my hands. And then something else came into my life. So I've not been using this on the back of my hands. But I'm still trying to love this to its full potential. I miss the days when vitamin C was just so good for my skin and didn't break me out. But I'm wondering if it's just something in this particular formula that's thick and just makes your girl have a moment. So I still really like this. I'm using this, but if you're like me, you gotta go gentle, girl. You gotta be gentle. But like I said, I was loving it on my hands and my feet because I felt like it was really giving it like that extra smoothness, but then something else came in, you guys, from the last BOXYCHARM. Anyway, let me tell you about this thick hand mask that I was very skeptical about this. But I can't go without it now, and I'm worried because I feel like it's such a thick product, I'm running out quickly. Let me get it. I feel like I also need to tell you I'm not going to be trying this on now on camera because it says you need to do this at night right before bed. And the truth in that is crazy because this comes out crazy thick. So there's this interesting base to it. Did I even tell you what it is? No, I'm too excited about it. This is the Fenty Skin Hydra Reset. I had never heard of this, but I have now discovered I can't live without it, and I need to look up how expensive it is. This is the Hydra Reset. It's an intensive recovery hand mask. You know, kind of coming out of winter into the springtime seems like the most appropriate time for this. Yes, I'm gonna be real. This comes out like a thick mother. The bottom of this, it definitely, I'm gonna try not to squeeze too hard. It comes out in the circular motion, and it is so thick. I'm worried I'm going through this too quickly because this sucker is so thick. You can kind of see it here. It's a super duper thick formula. Like, look at that. It can retract itself. It's so thick. It's not goopy. It's not oozy. But this is literally a mask. So like I literally in my evenings come in here, do my nighttime skincare routine, and then I go into the bedroom. I journal a little bit, kind of do a little bit of a brain dump, get it all out so I can rest my mind for the evening. You're getting a little insight into my nighttime routine. At that point, I may pop on a little bit of the Ole Hendrickson first, just in certain areas. And then once I'm done journaling and touching my phone and anything else, I will put this on. And I don't want to say made the mistake because it wasn't a mistake, but this is so thick. I also was putting this on my feet. If you have winter dry feet, there's no judgment here. This is a no judgment zone because I feel you. I put this on my feet pretty generously at first. I didn't realize how thick this sucker was. And then I put socks on at night. My feet that are, like my husband won't even touch them if you want to get real about it. He's like, your feet are just really dry. This has changed their life. This has given them a new life. I have new feet. And it is thanks to this product. I have to figure out how much this is because I'm sure it's not cheap. So they carry this at Sephora. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. It's $25? Okay, that's not, oh, that's for the 75 milliliter. How much is for the mini? $14 for the mini. Oh, may as well get the full size because like I'm saying, this stuff is thick, thick, thick. But your hands, like, how do I describe this? Your hands feel like they have gone through not a super duper like puffy cloud soft, but your skin feels literally moisturized. Like this is probably how my hands and feet should feel if I had regular skin on those pieces of my body, but my face is oily, my hands, my legs, my feet are dry. Dry. So this is probably how they're supposed to feel. So it's not like it's overwhelmingly like sensitive hands or anything. It's just, I feel the difference on the back of my hands, on the palms of my hands. They're not overly sensitive or overly too soft, but they're just reversed time a little bit. And I gave them some hydration that they've been needing. I use this every single night, but it's super thick. And like you just saw me struggling to even show you a little bit, I think I'm gonna go through this quicker than I like, considering I thought this was a pretty generous sized bottle for a full size. Really loving this, can't speak enough about it. Really good find in a BOXYCHARM. Moving along to some makeup. I told you guys I was gonna be rediscovering the Wet n Wild line, and the Impossible Primer is something that I was trying, but I have a love-hate relationship with this. I think it does a good job once it's on. I think this is a very thick baby that when I try to get it out of the bottle, kind of like you just saw me struggle with this, it's really hard to get it out. And then because it's so chunky, it comes out in like this ball and I drop it every single time, or at least some of it, every single time I go to use it because it's not like sticking to your fingers. So I'm like, is this gonna stick to my face and fill the pores? Once I get it on my face, it glides. It glides beautifully, but it feels like a very weird texture coming out of the bottle. It's really weird, but it works beautifully. I've used this with different foundations, with powders. It's doing a great job, and this is something that if you're looking for a really good primer that really helps to blur, if you got bossy pores like I do, but you're on a budget, definitely check out this Wet n Wild. It's not broken me out either, and that says something because I've been going through the throes of it, and this has not been a culprit at all. Something that's a fail. I told you guys last month, I was like, I'm trying this really weird concealer that has no doe foot, and it's the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Triple Action Concealer. This wand just comes out, and I made the joke that I was like, somebody messed up in production, and the marketing team had to be like, how are we gonna spin this? And I'm still not convinced that's not true, but it's all alleged, and it's all just the going on in my brain. CoverGirl, do not come for me. I don't like this. And it's not just because of the doe foot. I think the formula's not great, which stinks because this Simply Ageless line is my favorite foundation. You guys see me using this all the time. I used it recently in a shorts video telling you guys I had a huge declutter going on with my eyeshadow palettes. Check out that video as well. Part 2 will be coming. I was really hopeful for this, but I don't like the way that it makes creasing under my eyes. I don't like the way it applies. I don't like a lot about this. And when I was looking at the reviews for this, just randomly on social media, because it's like once you buy something, the algorithm, big brother gods know it, and then that's all you see is their ads. So I was kind of looking through what people were saying about this. Everyone on all their ads was like, I hate this. This is terrible. I had so many high hopes. So I'm glad I'm not alone, but this was a big bummer for me. I do recommend my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, the satin one. The matte one's okay, it's more like middle tier. Satin one, my favorite, and I have oily skin, so keep that in mind. Still loving this. Gonna be decluttering this. I'm not happy about something I got in my Luxe recently. I did not get to try it on camera, so I tried it today on camera, and I think the end result of my makeup looks good, but cream products are just not something that I tend to instinctively remember. I don't reach for them a lot, and a lot of y'all I know that about me. This iconic London blush palette, I was pretty bummed about this. I tried it on the lips. They market this as a multi-use product. I tried it on the lips in that video because I already had makeup on by the time this box showed up. It was really uncomfortable. I literally took it off during the video because it made my lips drier. It really aggravated my mouth. So I took that off immediately, but it does call it a multi-use lip and cheek palette. Maybe I'm the problem. Like I said, I always go back to myself. Today I tried it with a damp sponge on the face, and I feel like the cheeks did okay. I had everything set up for success with all the products that I know work well for me, including foundations, concealers, all the stuff. Tried this, and I kept feeling like my nose kept breaking apart, or it was emphasizing the texture and pores on my nose. And I went back and forth for a while trying to go back with maybe the other end of my sponge that had a little bit of foundation on it just to kind of blend it back out. Didn't do so good. My powders did end up, I think, evening it out pretty well because I've got some really good blurring powders, as you guys know. That's one of my favorite things. But this is just definitely not something I think I'm loving. I may try it one more time just because I think the face looks okay and just only aim it there. But it's very subtle. Like, this isn't giving me anything that my other products can't give me, or cream or liquid products that I do like. So sometimes it's just like some formulas just don't work for my bossy skin, and that's okay. So this was a fail for me. Something that I'm obsessed with right now, and when I get a good quality brush and a subscription box, I want to tell you about it so you can keep an eye out for like the mega drop shops, or if you're thinking about going back with Boxy or Ipsy, same company now. I recently got these LYS brushes in one of my unboxing videos. I showed it to you guys, told you about it. I have been loving this foundation brush. I really like that it is more of a triangular base here. Can use for concealers, for foundations. I think this has done a great job. It's densely packed, but crazy soft, super soft. I've used this over and over again. Yes, it's dirty. It's because I've been using it this week and really loving it. And today I was really delving more into the Sculpt and Bronzing brush, and I used it with powders today. I used it under the jaw, on the face, and it's such a soft product. I don't have to worry when I am using creams that maybe are being less forgiving to my bossy pores. This really helped to kind of seal it all back together, make everything look one. I recommend the LYS brushes. I think these are super great. I can't get over how great they feel in your hand. They're very soft texture and quality, but the bristles are really where you can tell they took extra time to formulate something that was going to be conducive to different types of makeup and different skin types. Because, I mean, if you have drier skin or oilier skin, you're gonna have different needs from a brush because you're gonna be using different products on the other end of it, whether it be a liquid or a powder. And I've tried with both things, and I think they work great. I really, really love these and highly recommend them. I don't think I can recommend this palette. And y'all let me know that I think there was another high-end palette going around in the Luxe box, and you guys were disappointed for me that the palette that I received was the Sinopia Mellow palette. I didn't know what was kind of going around because I didn't even know if I was going to get the last Luxe box because nothing had delivered for so long. So I appreciate you guys caring about it. I don't know if I like this. I really said that this Sinopia Mellow Cosmetics palette, I thought, how approachable, right? This looks really pretty. And I was happy with the look I put together. You know, it was a neutral look with a pop of blue underneath. That's totally a vibe I love. The shadows themselves, I feel like don't last very well. I start to see bald spots. I tend to notice, this is like the third or fourth time I've tried this palette. And I can already see up in my crease where things are starting to shift and move, maybe lighten up, maybe not last. Yes, I prime my eyes. Yes, I do all the things I would normally do with any other shadow. I just don't think these are performing as well. And these were actually something I kind of talked about in my declutter video that I just posted. It's pretty long, but if you need someone to hang out with while you're cleaning or just need a relaxing time, check it out. There's a part 2 coming where I talk about this and my other big palettes. I don't know. This is like my 4th time trying it, you guys, and I'm just not loving the fact that the formula, it blends well. It kind of goes on really nice, but then it starts to just like, does my face eat it? Does it disappear, but only in certain sections? A little patchy. It's starting to even wear down. Like, I see more up here than I do over here, which makes it look more like I don't know how to do makeup, which, you know, some days I question my own sanity, but not loving this. This is kind of a fail for me, unfortunately, and I'm bummed about it because I thought, what an approachable palette, right? This could be good for so many people. I've hit pan, a massive amount of pan on a product that I used today with one of my LYS brushes, but this iconic London Ultimate Bronzing Powder, look how much pan is in this. This is a huge, it's almost as big as my face. It's huge. I love this. You see so much pan on it. I'm going to keep using this up. I think this color here, which is the light bronze, works really well for me as a transition from winter into spring because I don't really have a lot of color yet, but I like to fake it with some bronzer. It's super smooth. It helped out today when I was struggling with this cream palette where my nose again looked like it was falling apart. Quality brushes and quality soft powders that can blend into your skin and help blur things really help. So sometimes you got to know what works for you, and this was my savior today when I needed to fix the nose. Y'all, I'm a picky girl, and I own this when it comes to mascaras. I'm picky. But I think we should be a little picky about certain things in life. We just should be. And if a mascara does not fluff and lift for me, I tend to look like I have no eyelashes because I got big eyes. I can look a little creepy. So when I got this mascara from a subscription box, I was like, is this gonna be any good? And some of you guys were like, actually, I got this before. I think some of you said you got this in a FabFitFun. And you guys were like, this is good, trust me. This is the Uma Salute the Sun mascara. I love a fluffy wand. I love something that's gonna give some fluff and dimension to your lashes. And for me personally, this works great. Now, is it a little messy because the wand is so big? Yeah. Do I deal with it and just move along with my life and just lightly scrape it off or use one of my brushes just to kind of like sweep through to clean everything up? Yes. Because it's rare that I find a mascara that I like, but this Salute the Sun from Uma mascara, y'all said it. Again, you influenced me. You're like, trust me, this is pretty good. It is. I really like that it can fluff out the lashes. I like that I can layer, get some volume, get some dramatics with it, but it's not going to overwhelm and it's easy to take off. I like that. Also trying something I got from the last box, the Too Faced Smoke Show Kajal 12 Long Hour Wearing Intense Black Eyeliner. I would say I put on a little bit on my outer like lid out here, took a smudging brush, and at first it kind of looked like a little blue-gray toned, I would say. I know it's supposed to say it's an intense black, but I ended up layering it up just to kind of add a little bit more color, a little bit more depth just to the outside here. And I like that it's forgiving. I know it says it's a 12-hour, but I was still able to move it around, which I liked that. But it still looks blue to me on the lid, like in person. This doesn't really have like an intense black, and maybe it's because I buffed it a little bit, but I don't think it should if it says it's very intense. So it kind of depends on what your expectations are for this. I'm still on the fence about this, but wanted to give y'all an update because I know I told you guys I would definitely do that in these faves and fails videos when I get things from subscription boxes. Okay, so moving into some lifestyle things that I have been loving. You guys, I have been doing my floors. I told you guys, some of you I think mostly know, I moved out of the tiny house. We bought a house almost a year ago now, and the floors have been like, the thing I hate about the house, and hate's such a strong word, strongly dislike. We had so many different types of flooring throughout the house. I started getting bids and quotes from companies, and the numbers coming back, y'all, were like $8,000 for like refinishing some of our flooring and then laying other things. It was like over $8,000, and that's before they even got into the work because you know things get more costly as you get into it. And I was like, I cannot live my life. So I'm actually in the process right now of shooting some more vlogs for you guys and putting together kind of what it's like when we're kind of putting our house and making it a home together. So Adam and my dad and myself have been working on our flooring, and it is like 90% done. We still have to do the beauty room and the office, but I'm loving how this is kind of like changing the vibe of our house, changing the feel. It's kind of feeling more like our home now. It's not like we bought someone else's house, you know what I mean? So I'm loving seeing our floors, but it, like, guys, when I tell you we bought like, we didn't know what we didn't know because Adam and I have never done this before as far as like getting our own flooring and installing it into our house. We got the biggest commercial grade flooring apparently that you need 3 dudes for. Like the boards are bigger than door frames and they're huge and they're wide, which is something we wanted. We wanted it to be like, we're kind of going for that coastal beachy vibe where we wanted big planked floors to really like make the house feel big and spacious. When I tell you, that these boards were massive to work with. It's not an exaggeration. It had a learning curve. It had a learning curve, but we are loving them. So I'll be inserting some footage here for you, but be sure to stay around for a vlog coming soon. Guys, I love doing these faves and fails with you, but I can't really tell if you guys are still enjoying faves and fails. So if you are still to this part of the video, give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment below. Are you still enjoying seeing like these monthly wrap-ups? Things that I am trying, things that I am loving, things that just aren't working for me. Tell me if these videos are helpful for you. If you want to keep seeing them, give them a thumbs up so YouTube knows, so they start pushing it out to everybody else. And thank you so much for watching. If you do happen to be new or you are a long-time lurker but you have not subscribed like I mentioned, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out so much here on this platform and it would mean so much to me. Thank you so much and I will see you in the next one. Bye friends.